All right, folks. Looks like I might be getting arrested. I'm not sure, but it's going to be all over this sign right here. Jury info. And the county courthouse. All over a sign.
The jury's secret power. Judges may not tell you this, but when you sit on a jury, you have the right to vote according to your conscience and to judge the law being applied to the case. As a juror, you are the final safeguard for justice. It's the judge's obligation to give the jury the wording of the law being applied to the case. If the judge fails to provide the wording of the law, or you think the law he gives you is a bad or unconstitutional law, or a good law being improperly applied, or there are other factors that would make you regret a vote to convict someone, then it is your right and duty as a juror to vote not guilty, even if you are the only juror who does this and therefore hang the jury. You cannot be punished for the way you vote. Our lawmakers sometimes pass bad laws, and at times good laws have been misused. Throughout history, reasoning jurors have refused to convict fellow citizens who were accused of breaking the law. They freed tax protesters during the Whiskey Rebellion of 1794, refused to convict those who aided runaway slaves in violation of the Fugitive Slave Act of 1850, freed bootleggers charged with prohibition during the 1920s and 30s, and they released Vietnam War objectors of the 60s and 70s. When our country was young, all jurors were told of their right to judge the law, as well as the facts of the case. Then judges decided that jurors would no longer be told of their powers to act as a safeguard against bad laws or unethical lawmakers. Now all jurors are instructed to accept the law as it is given to them by the judge, even in cases where the law is clearly unjust. But not now. You know the secret. If you are selected as a juror, you have the right and duty to do the right thing, to follow your conscience, and to judge the law as well as the facts of the case. It is the only way to keep government in the hands of the people.
Hi.
Hi.
There you go. They'll take care of you right inside. You have a great day.
Thank you.
It doesn't say jury information on the front of it. You can't do the jury information. You can do the police state because we have jurors here, and it would confuse them.
Confuse them?
Yes, sir.
Does this not qualify as jury information?
You're not information for the jurors.
You're more than welcome to have one, gentleman, if you'd like. What is your name, sir?
I'm Mark Richardson.
Your badge number, sir?
It's 6776.
Thank you. I appreciate that. At the risk of being difficult, is there which I don't want to be.
We just got a notice from the Chief Judge's office.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're okay with the other side.
Yeah.
It's just confusing the jurors.
Well, and again,
today they're all showing up.
And that's the purpose of me being here.
And you're fine to give the stuff out.
Yeah.
And you can say info, but
it's jury info.
But you're still confusing the jurors.
But I don't understand how I'm confusing them.
I don't know. What am I supposed to do?
See, you go inside and they'll take care of you, sir, and that's the information.
We'll just tell the Chief Judge.
See, that's exactly what...
That's just what happened. A juror came in and got the information.
You had jury information on where to go.
They think they're...
And I'm telling them to go inside.
Yeah, but that's not your point. That's not your place.
I don't want to be rude, and I don't want to ignore them.
And I'm telling you, that's not your place to do that.
Okay.
You can't give out jury information.
And what is your name, sir?
Weintraub.
And your badge number?
6977.
And your name, sir?
Forster 6265.
And your name, sir?
Bowen.
Okay. And your badge number?
5520.
I appreciate it, gentlemen. So I assume you want me to stop holding the sign?
No, you're good with the sign. It's just the jury info, and you can say info all you want. Because, like I said, while we're here, a juror comes up and is confused. When they go inside, they're told when they get to the courthouse there's information for them.
May I ask,
assuming that you're it and you're not.
Okay. May I ask you what they're confused about?
Because that's not information for the jurors from the
Sure
court.
it is.
It's your information.
But I'm not saying jury information from the Duval County Courthouse.
Listen, we're splitting straws. You can't give information to a jury. If you want to put up there whatever you want to say, whatever you're calling this.
But you're saying but this. You said I can put anything up there but this.
I'm not going to argue with you. Okay?
Okay.
I'm not going to argue with this.
I'm not asking you to
I'm
argue
talking,
with me,
you're finished talking.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
I'm backing up.
I'm not going to put my hands on you.
I just don't, this is my radius of feeling comfortable. I don't.
Okay, that's fine. If you want to change the jury part up there and say, whatever you're calling this information, that's fine.
Okay.
You just can't put jury up there, because the jurors are coming down the street and they're stopping to ask you where to go, what to do. That's not your That's not your place.
If I change the word to judicial information, would that be okay?
Have at it.
Okay, so I can
jury
have
part out.
judicial information, but I can't have jury information.
That's right. Just don't put jury up there. That's all.
Okay. And
You can't broadcast over a
You
loudspeaker.
can't use the loudspeaker.
okay.
Not from here. You want to go up further and use the loudspeaker, that's fine, because it can't be heard on the inside. There's an administrative order saying that that the bullhorn
Fair
can't be
enough.
heard on the inside.
That's fair enough. That makes sense.
A little bit further down and do it.
Thank you, sir.
You can do that.
Okay. I've stopped using the bullhorn. I'm going to stop using it. You know, that makes sense to me. I don't want to disturb anything going on in there, and that wasn't my purpose to begin with.
Okay.
If I refuse to quit using this, what's going to happen? And I'm not trying to be combative. You have to understand, it's one of my purposes of being here. May I speak? May I speak now?
Listen. You don't want to be combative, but you're trying to be combative.
Not at all.
Yes, you are.
That's your classification of, sir.
I'm
a
telling you
14-year investigator, okay? I am
I'm
well aware,
policeman,
sir,
so
I'm well aware of my rights. Okay? I'm well aware that I'm on public property. I'm just trying to speak with you.
And move down there, okay? That's all you need to do, and all this goes away. If you keep doing the sign, then we're going to have to go to Plan B.
And what is Plan B, sir?
We'll figure that out when we get there, but it may include you being in front of a jury at some point. So all I'm saying is, do what we're asking you to do, and neither one of us have to find out about Plan B, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Just ask me, if I walk to a public sidewalk, am I allowed to hold this sign?
As long as you're not obstructing public passage. As long
Very
as
well.
people can walk around.
And that's a public sidewalk right there, right?
It's up on the second floor, ma'am.
And that's a public sidewalk right there? Is this a public sidewalk right here?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much, gentlemen. You all have a great day. Be safe.
Excuse me, sir.
You need to speak to those gentlemen right there.
Oh.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
Jury info.
Jury info. Here you go. Thank you.
Man, they got you set up.
Thanks, sir. Thank you. You're welcome. Have a great day. There you go. Have a great day. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. Thank you. Appreciate it. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right.
Thank you for your service, man.
Thank you.
Oh, because I'm holding a police state sign and a jury sign. That's why. Yeah.
Here and talk to me.
Yes, sir.
You can't be standing here videotaping. You're on a restricted area over here. If you want to go to the front and videotape, but you can't stand here and do it, okay? Because this is a restricted area where you're videotaping. So I'm trying to give you parameters that you can work in, and you keep pushing them. What is your name anyway?
Have I broken the law, sir?
I'm just asking you what your name is. You're asking me mine. Do you have any identification?
Have I broken the law?
Not yet. Do you have any? I'm asking you.
Have you suspected me of committing a crime?
I'm not sure about that. I'm right now trying to do an investigation, and you're not even giving me your name.
Okay.
You want to give out all this information, and you want my information. All I'm asking you is so I know who I'm talking to.
According to the law, sir, in order for you to ask my identification, you either have to suspect I've committed a crime. Sir, please don't. I'm asking you not to advance towards me.
I'm trying to hear you so we don't have
You
to
can hear me just fine. If you need me to speak up, you just ask me to. Sir, I'm going to ask you once again, please do not step towards me.
What is it that you are, why is it you don't want to give me your name?
Because,
Are you wanted for a crime?
Yeah.
Have you been arrested before and you're
I don't answer questions.
or something like that?
I don't answer questions.
You don't answer questions? All I'm asking you is what your name is. There's no login. Is your name Pete, Bill, John, just so I know who I'm talking to?
Deputy, if you'd like to talk, let me ask you something. Obviously, you seem like an intelligent person, all right? Like I said to you earlier.
Jump to any conclusions.
Well, no, you seem like an intelligent. You didn't get where you are by being stupid, man. Just for a moment, give me some respect and just give me a couple moments. I'm a 14-year fraud investigator. The reason I'm here doing this, I'm trying to expose
Where were you doing fraud
what's going on.
Jacksonville?
I'm not going to get into a conversation with you so you can elicit information.
But you don't want to tell me anything.
Sir, if you give me a moment, I'm going to explain to you.
Explain to me what you're doing.
I am trying to explain to you so you understand where I'm coming from, so you don't fear me as a threat, so you don't fear me as a terrorist, so you don't fear me as anything like that.
Give me your story.
I'm an individual that is concerned where this nation is heading. I am concerned with the current police state theme. I am an ex-law enforcement officer myself. I understand how things work. Okay, I understand the blue line. I understand what's currently going on in the militarization of law enforcement, both on the local, federal, and state level. What I am currently...
Hold that thought a minute. Don't be videotaping in that direction for right now. Videotape all that, just not right in that direction for right now, okay? Do me that favor.
Sir, am I being detained? Am I free to go? Yeah, they're gonna come get me. Yep, take my shit and go. They ain't gonna stop me.
Good.
What can I do for you?
Just curious what you doing.
Not much.
What's with the jury info?
Are you just engaging me in casual conversation, or am I being detained?
Not being detained.
All right. Can I get your name and badge number?
Officer John Knudsen, 7621.
Cool. Appreciate that, deputy.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm just curious what you're doing.
I was handing out jury information on jury nullification. Know anything about it?
No, I don't.
All right. It's just the basically it's a right the jurors have, and it's a right to nullify any case they see fit based on any reason they want, without any repercussions from the judge or anything like that. So that's what I was doing.
Okay. Would you mind if I saw your ID?
I do.
You do? Would you mind giving me your name?
I do.
You using the bullhorn?
I have not been.
Okay.
I used it earlier. I stopped because it wasn't working the way I wanted. And then a couple deputies approached me and said something about an ordinance or whatever. They could hear it inside, and that sounded reasonable. So one of the things I was willing to comply with.
Okay.
I'm not being a total asshole.
No, I'm just curious.
Look, guys. I just find it hilarious. This is what I'm out here for. Making sure you officers adhere to your oath.
Okay.
Right now, am I committing any crime?
No, sir. That's why you're not detained.
I appreciate that.
All right.
And I appreciate the job you guys do, and I appreciate you officers that do the right thing when need be.
Okay. Very good. How long you planning on staying out here, may I ask?
Yeah, sure. I'm not sure. Right now, to be completely honest with you, I'm not comfortable with the officers watching me. I feel intimidated, I feel threatened, and I don't feel comfortable to return to my vehicle.
Oh, just because the officers are watching you?
Absolutely. I feel like I'm being intimidated by the Jacksonville Sheriff's Department, simply for acting within my constitutional rights and acting as an ordinary citizen.
Okay. All right, then. I think I got all the questions I needed to
I appreciate it, Deputy.
answer. All right. Anything else?
No, sir. You have a safe day.
All right, you too.
I appreciate you,
It's
buddy.
hot out here.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Have a safe day. Okay, I'm being followed. Of course, my pole's right in front of me. You think the officer do anything? Still being followed. Still being followed. Still being followed. Not doing a very good job of it either. I should know. 14 years of doing mobile surveillance. So what we're going to do is find the closest safe legal place to park, and we're going to confront this guy. Hey everybody, Mike here from F.T.G. The video you just watched was me this morning, Duval County Courthouse. I was informing people of their right to for jury nullification. The judge, nobody's going to tell them. The court's not going to tell them. The attorney's not going to allow it. So you saw what we saw in the video. It's kind of funny. A couple kind of highlights for me was the officer that said it was okay to have judicial info but not jury info, and it was okay to stand 10 feet this way but not stand where I was, which was still public right of way. I think the video is self-explanatory. The officers were, you know, they kind of made themselves look foolish. I wasn't doing anything wrong. I was very respectful. What kind of bothered me at the end was where they followed my wife. You know, I didn't want to go to my vehicle, so I had my wife leave work, come get me. And they ended up getting an unmarked car behind her. And they followed us around for probably 3-4 minutes. Went around the block 5 or 6 times, making left rights. Look, like I said, I'm an investigator. I do mobile surveillance for a living. Good luck tailing me. I ended up I got some video shots of it. You saw then in the thing. I ended up pulling over, and I was going to try to get video of the driver and confront him. And as soon as I pulled over, the driver took off. I couldn't even get his tag number. So, you know, really interesting. I'm going to do a Freedom of Information Act or a Freedom of Information request to see if they ran my tag through David, my wife's tag, see what information I get about any calls during that time frame while I was out there, anything like that. So thanks for the support. This is one of many to come. It was kind of a doozy for my first, I have to admit. Got a little concerned there when the officer, you know, I thought I was going to get arrested. But I held my ground. I've got some area of improvement, but wasn't a bad first shot. Thank you all very much. I appreciate it. Stay tuned, stay safe, and get in the fight.